This course is designed for software developers who want to build Android apps using Google's Android SDK. You don't have to use a development environment to build Android apps. You could do everything from the command line, but most developers find it a lot faster and easier to use an IDE, and as of the end of 2014, Android Studio is now the official IDE for Android development, created by Google and given away for free to the development community. In order to build Android apps with the Android SDK, you'll need to do some Java programming. The Android coding standards are based on Java 5 through 7. Most Java 7 syntax works in Android, with a few small exceptions. The newer syntax styles that were introduced in Java 8 are not currently supported on Android. But there are some advanced architectures. If you're brand new to Java, I recommend getting started with Java Essential Training in the lynda.com library. And to learn about those advanced syntaxes, look at Java Advanced Training. This course is designed for Android developers. Some developers will have already been building Android apps using Eclipse and the Android Developer Tools or ADT plugin. For those developers, this course is an introduction to just a new way of working. But if you're brand new to Android development, I recommend jumping into this course anyway. Follow along and just watch how the Android apps are being put together. And then, to learn more about Android development, watch the course Android SDK Essential Training. The current version of that course is built with Eclipse for ADT, but we'll have a version of the course soon that uses Android Studio. In order to use Android Studio, you'll need to install Java. On Windows, you'll need Oracle's JDK, either version 7 or 8. I recommend just using the latest version. It'll have all the latest maintenance updates, and even though it's Java 8, it'll work fine for the Android SDK. On Mac, you need two versions of Java. You need the Java 6 runtime for OS X. If you don't already have it installed, it's incredibly easy to get. Just go out to Terminal and type Java. If you don't have it, you'll be prompted to install it from Apple's website. The runtime is needed just to run Android Studio. But then to do your Android development, you'll need the latest Java Developer Kit for Mac OS X from Oracle. I'll show you where to get that later on in the course. As you build your Android apps, you'll need to test them. In this course, I'll show you how to create virtual devices that you can run on the Android emulator, but there's nothing that can really replace testing your apps on an actual physical device. So I recommend having at least one Android device around. Google's Nexus devices offer the purest Android experience, while Samsung devices have the largest single market share. Kindle Fire devices support testing for the Amazon market, and developers who are focusing on Android development typically have a few phones and tablets around, so they can test their apps and see how they behave on different screen sizes and pixel densities. In this course, I'll focus exclusively on Google Nexus devices. So that's what you need to get started with this course. The more you know about Java, the more comfortable you'll be, because Android Studio is based on the Java development environment IntelliJ IDEA. But this is a great course to get started with if you're brand new to Android development.